My avocado tree here. I've had to cut it back. I had to cut it back to go through the winter. It's got a lot of new leaves coming on it, and I'm going to water it really well. And what I wanted to show you was these little beasties that are stuck. See these? Now these are a little pest, and they're called scale. What they do is they look like part of the tree, but they're not. They suck the sap from the tree, which is why the tree doesn't look too healthy or too well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick off as many as I can of the scale insects, and I'm probably going to put them in my pond to feed to my fish. Okay, so I've removed a lot of them. Now you can just press on them, okay, like that, and they come off. And I'm putting them in the tub. So you see them there. This is a scale insect. It's a pest. Just slide them off. They're like a little mini limpet, but not in the sea, on a plant. And they produce this dusty stuff underneath them that you can see there. But because they're dark, little dark spots, you can see them and you can pick them off, like I say. And you want to try and get all of them off. There you go. You can see where they've been, and you want to try and get them all off. And then I might have to spray the avocado tree. I don't like using sprays really, but I might have to. You can also use rubbing alcohol or something like that, and you can rub that on, and that will kill the actual scale insect. Now, there we go. So I've got pretty much all of them off. You can see that's what they look like underneath, on the top and underneath. And I'm going to put them in with my fish. Not too sure which fish I'm going to put them in. I'd like to put them in the white cloud minnow pond because I think they'd be a more aggressive fish. The problem with that is that I've got other plants in there that I don't want them to eat, as in the bromeliad and the different things. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to put them in here, which is the pond with the guppies and everything else. But it's also got, there we go, you can see them there. It's also got a whole load of other fish, the long fin rosy barbs and the Odessa barbs, and I think that they'll probably eat them. Well, let's hope. There we go, there's one coming up to the surface now. Whether they will or not, we'll see. See that little fish there? Don't know whether you can because they're kind of dark. But anyway, they'll wash in. There's nothing for the scale insect to eat in the pond, so hopefully the fish in the pond will eat the scale insect. Well, we'll see anyway. You can see a little baby fish there, and I think it's another baby swordtail. It's hanging out with the orangey little swordtail. Is this going to come up? There's the orangey baby swordtail, and there's another little swordtail hanging out with it as well. So that's nice to see the baby fish, and there we go. There's the long fin rosy barbs, and they are actually coming up and trying to feed on the scale insect, which is fantastic.